Okay, now we need to close this. I think we won't be needing it anymore. So, and I think, oh, one more thing. In order to call our event from wherever it's been stored in our Laravel application, you need the backslash. I think a backslash, yeah. So because we didn't actually use the event up here, so we need the backslash to go and pick the event from our class library. Okay, so we're going to the front end and we need to initialize our pusher. So it's on the dashboard already how to initialize the pusher. You have to enable the console in order to see what's happening, and you also just grab all of this and just grab it, go to your application, and wherever you want to listen, it has to be below the pusher library. Then you can just pass in your code. Let's say we want to listen to events by pusher, so we want to paste it here. So now we need to configure this guy to work with our application. Now you can see the cluster is already is EU. When you go to your env, see we have the EU set up and everything set up, and we also need the app key, which I think comes by default. You can see it's the same thing we have here. So, and the channel, remember in our new tags we created a channel called a new tags. I'm just going to grab the channel and put it right here, and now I'm going to call the events. So we're using backslash twice, call the event as it spells, uh, calling this event folder, backslash again, then we call our new tags. I think we are good. So now we don't have to alert the message, we can console log it, since we can view our data in our console. So we can console log the return data. So now in our task response controller, each time we create a new task, it takes in this guy and fire an event, and the event gets to pusher, and pusher helps us return the data straight up, and pusher just listen to the data and kind of like broadcast it, like, hey, here's your data in the console, whatever you need to do with it, you can go on and do with it. So now we're going to test our pusher by refreshing our browser. I think we should start seeing pusher initializing. Yes, when you get this message, pusher is initialized. So now let's go and clean up our tags, all the test tags we've been creating. So I think so I'm gonna use sorry, I have to be in the folder. So I'll be using thinker. So I'll say tags equals to new app tags. So I'm going to truncate it. Say tags truncate. This has to be calling out to delete all the tags. So if I say tags or you can see we have no tags. So if I come to the browser and refresh, you can see we have no tags. So but when I create a new tags, go to shopping, then I click add the tags. You can see our application case to run and tells you go to shopping is created successfully, and underneath it you can see that pusher help us listen to the class event when it was fired, and it help us return the data with the ID name, and also we got a message, go to shopping, the status undone, and the date 1 second ago. You can see also we had a return success message to say go to shopping is created and it was alerted. So now we don't have to use the alert anymore. So once it's created, please don't alert the message. We should be able to, let's just add code it on a div. Let's say underneath the button, we're going to create a div, the class called success message. So this div will be able to show us our message each time we create a new tag. So instead of alerting the message, we should be able to append the message in an HTML format by saying data.message. I think we're cool. So div class should be success underscore message. So I think we're cool. We don't want to console log it, so we just want to return the message whenever the message posted is successfully created. So on our pusher, we'll be returning the pusher to our table. So we can just, instead of loading a new table and doing a lot of logic, we could just grab this guy right here. Just grab it right here, and we can just paste it right in here. And instead of having to start iterating, since it's a single object, we don't have to do that. So just have to change this var. We just have to change this var to let's say data. So and I think since everything is going sequence, like it's running on sequence, we can also use the data.id to make sure we keep up with the counts. So let's use, instead of append, let's use a prepend. I think prepend. Let's prepend in jQuery. Others are just jQuery functions. So now we save. I think we have it all set up. And I think we have these two all set up. So when we refresh our app, you see the last task we created was there. Go to shopping. Now check reports. So when we click add, it's running behind the scene. So you can see check report came up, and it came up. So because we had to prepend, so it was coming from the top. So in real time, you can do it however you want. You can also do append, which is also cool by me. When you refresh, you do a okay new tax after appending. There's just say new tax. Then we click add tax, and new tax came in successfully. I can see append to the. So in real time, we'll be able to add more functionality like delay the tax, mark the tax, and also do a lot of stuff. You can see this little message showing down here. Hey, tax is created, new tax is created successfully. If I say watch Black Panther, I think see all returns successfully. Watch Black Panther should be on my tax wallet. So see you in the next movie. We'll be talking on how to actually delete our tags, checking our tags, and do some other cool stuff with our tags. So see you guys on the next movie.